All right, good morning. Plant Based Homestead Prepper, where we used to make prepping fun. We still make prepping fun. I don't care what's going on. We gonna have, listen, you have gone out, you have stocked up. You have food, you have water, you have medical supplies, you have things that go bang, bang, and boom, boom to protect your preps and yourself and your family. You have duct tape, you have super glue, you have caulk, you have tarp, you have bags, you have. Now what I need you to start doing, I was just watching Pastor Joe Fox, whom I love, and he reminded me of Progresso soup. So while I'm out today, and I think as far as a prep in a can, a meal in a can. Good morning, Kev H. How you doing, my brother? As far as a meal in a can, you can't beat a Progresso. And a lot of times you can catch those things for $1. And that's a whole meal in a can, you know? Open it up, you can warm it up if you want to. You can even warm it up in the can, you know? And most of them have easy pop tops, boom. And I was like, man, you know what? Even though I got a ton of them, I need 2 tons. I need 3 tons. But anyway, you got everything you need. You got got a lot of things that you want. Because see, at this point in time, especially if you've been following this channel, you know, your beans and rice, you should be good. Your water, you should be good. Hey, Miss Grace. You should be good on a whole bunch of things. Hey, Tara. Canned soup over rice is great. It sure is. It sure the heck is. And that's any canned soup. You can't go wrong with any canned soup over rice. Yummy, yummy. Good meal. You can eat that I can eat that every day, not get tired. It's a few things I can eat every day. Pizza I can eat every day. Mexican I can eat every day. Soup over rice I can eat every day. Okay? But now that you've gotten everything that you need to hunker down, okay? 30, 60, 90, 120 days, whatever, a year. Now what I need you guys to do, start getting mentally ready to be quarantined, to be placed in your home or displaced in your home, and be mentally ready to turn people away at your door. Get mentally ready, okay? Get mentally ready. And I want you guys to start getting mentally ready now. Right now, I want you to start thinking about it. You're 3 days into quarantine. Open up, let me in, open up. Oh, we don't have any food, we don't have any water. It's going to happen, okay? So that's why I wanted to put this video up. I wanted to go live so I can talk to you guys about getting mentally ready. I want you to get mentally ready for the water to possibly get shut off. I want you to get mentally ready for sewage and septic and sanitation, which is trash pickup, to not run. I want you to start getting mentally ready now. Not that it's going to happen, and God knows I hope it never happens. I hope every scenario that we've ever talked about never ever happens. But I need you to get mentally ready now, so that if it does, or in this case, when it does, you don't freak out and you don't make a mistake. Okay, you gotta start thinking about it right this minute, right now. Jennifer and I have started talking scenarios. We've implemented now, you know, what I call stage 3 or DEFCON Charlie, where we have a mandate now that anywhere in the house now, it's a mandate that you cannot be more than 3 feet away from a weapon. When we go outside, when she goes outside to the door to let the dogs out at night, I want to be there with her at the door, just in case, you know. Desperate times produce desperate people, and desperate people do desperate things. All right, we're right there on the verge of desperate. You know, Pastor Joe Fox brought up a great point. And I've been a fool out here looking for it too. I've been out looking for hand sanitizer, but I've been doing it because I just wanted some. Not that we really need it or whatever. But he made a good point. He said that people are out looking for hand sanitizer and toilet paper. That shows you exactly where people's mentality and mindset really is in a disaster. We're in a disaster, y'all. We're in it right now. SHTF is happening right now. WROL is around the corner. Teowaki is down the street. A disaster is happening right now in our backyards. Actually, in some cases, in our front yards. The doggone canceled the NBA season last night. The guy, I watched the story a while ago. The guys were on the court getting ready to start a freaking game, and they not only canceled that game, they canceled the whole daggum season. They interviewed LeBron James the other day. I thought it was so funny. They said LeBron James, they're talking about, having games with no fans. And this is a direct quote. I ain't playing no game with no fans. I ain't playing no game with no fans. And I'm like, you're under contract. You're going to do whatever these people tell you to do. Or you won't get paid. But some crazy person did a press interview the other day and was joking about the coronavirus. And when he got up, he started touching all the microphones. He's the one that tested positive. He tested positive. They canceled the NBA. Listen to me. The National Basketball Association canceled the rest of the season. Indefinite. They don't even know if they're going to do playoffs. They're talking about, and there are rumors now, that the Olympics, which only happen every 4 years, are on the verge right now. They're talking about canceling the Olympics. Now, for those that have been following us a while, you know that Jennifer and I had plans on going to the Olympics. And as Providence would have it, got that from a good friend of mine named Charlie Brown. As Providence would have it, we could not get tickets.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Auburn Drive.
We were going to celebrate our 10-year wedding anniversary at the Olympics. We could not get tickets first day, so Jennifer planned that trip that we took back in December, where we flew to Florida, flew to Dallas, flew to Las Vegas, and then
turn right onto Auburn Drive.
I'm so happy and thankful to God, to the universe, to our holy guardian angels, whatever you believe. I'm so happy and thankful that we took that trip in December, not knowing then that may be the last time we ever travel.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto College Park Boulevard.
Flights have been canceled. Listen to me. This is the first time I know of in my lifetime, and since like World War II, flights have been canceled from the United States going to Europe, and from Europe coming to the United States. You can't even get a flight now. Y'all don't think this thing is serious? If you don't think it's serious,
take the next right onto College Park Boulevard, then turn left onto Barnard Way.
You better wake up. That's all I can tell you. You better wake up, and you better wake up with the quickness. Okay? And I'm not speaking to the people that follow us all the time. I'm talking to the people who think this thing is a joke, who think this thing is a hoax, who hasn't watched the stock market go down 25%. And if it goes
in
down
500 feet, turn left onto Barnard Way.
And if it goes down another 1,000,
take the next left onto Barnard Way.
I'm gonna be happy. Anytime I talk about the stock market, I'm gonna always be
in
selfish.
600 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
And I know that millions and millions of people are losing their life savings, and I feel sorry for them, and I feel bad about that. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing I learned in 2008. I said, you know what? I know for a fact that somebody's getting filthy rich in the stock market. This is what I said in 2008. I like somebody is getting filthy rich in the stock market, and it's not me. I said, I am not going to allow that to happen ever again. Ever again. I was like, nope, can't do that ever again. I have got to make sure that I figure out a way to learn how to make me some money in the stock market, and I don't give a doggone what happens. Okay? Morning, everyone. Good morning, Night Collector. How you doing, my friend? So, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, if you have not taken this pandemic, it's officially called that now. If you're not taking that serious, then I feel sorry for you, because you're gonna be in some serious trouble. All right, look, I gotta unload something. I'm gonna be right back. Do not happen. All right. Let's see what you're saying. Remember that, right? All right, we are going to be the last folks to stop running back. Lack of trash pickup would be the worst thing that leaves civilization. I agree. It would be the worst It'll be worse than coronavirus. Yeah, because it's gonna cause a bunch of sickness, disease. Rats are gonna run rampant, and then it's gonna spread more disease. Trash truck came by. Hope y'all still. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna run. Gonna put up my shutters in the back soon. Kev H. That's true. He said was the big deal. Oh boy. Good news is I think more people will be reading during quarantines. So maybe I can sell more books. Me too. And if you haven't picked up Yes I Can't, shameless plug, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I see people not just saying this is a joke, but it's I know. What is wrong with you? What's up, Doc? I didn't know you'd be awake. You want some tank? I was trying to throw all this paint out 2 weeks ago at the dump. So I'm glad I didn't. You called me about a couple days later saying you needed paint. You know that. This truck moving, ain't it? If this truck moving, that means I'm working. I am rolling. Now I don't know, I don't know how many some of this stuff is. A lot of this stuff was in when I got the truck. Some of it might be closed up. No, they don't see it. A lot of it is. Well, I'm out here, Doc. All right. Appreciate it. I was dying laughing. All right, I'll catch you later. All right, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. Whew, I'm out of breath. I just moved a whole bunch of stuff real quick. Ooh, that was a slow start. All right, so I'm going to give y'all about 10 more minutes, and then I got to get for the markets to open. All right, let's see what we're talking about. Terry, your husband can't say whatever, but you will be the one that cooks. So, didn't speak for hours. I was mad. Fake joke, whatever, because they, oh my God. Oh goodness, your husband said it was fake. It's funny because Jennifer was talking to a coworker yesterday. They had gone to the store and she was picking up, and it kind of alarmed me, to be honest with you, because I try to protect the man. We'll be all right until we get to the grocery store. Meanwhile, they're walking around the store and shelves are bare. Worse than when I was doing videos about the food shortage. I mean, shelves are bare, starting to become bare around here. And she's talking to her, and she finally realizes, after talking to like 3 or 4 co-workers, that none of them are prepared for what's about to happen. And all of them would be standing in FEMA camp lines or in lines trying to get food or whatever. She finally realized that And she was talking crap about him. And I asked her, I said, let me ask you this. I said, if you were not married to me, and if I was not who I am, and if I had not done for years what I've been doing, and over the last, let's say 3 months, ramped it up and done what I did, would you be in the situation you're in now? And she's like, no, but I would have seen it coming, and I would have stocked up on some water, and I would have had probably, I think she said, I don't think she gave me a number, but she's like, oh yeah, I would have done this and I would have done that. And it showed me something, because no matter how much you're concerned about an event, and I was watching Pastor Joe Fox earlier, and I'm like, this man has been telling me for years to come out of her, my people. That phrase rings so loud in my ear, coming from Pastor Joe Fox. He has been saying that for years. Here my silly self is still sitting in a city, doggone, planning to hunker down. I mean, at this point in time, we don't have a choice. That's our best option. And as preppers, as people who prepare for whatever, that's all you can do. You can do the best with the hand that you have dealt yourself. I believe the virus is real, but I believe this is due to the crash and food shortage. Yes, Kev H. I decided to ask my aunt. Ask my aunt. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that later. Sorry, y'all. It's so hard for me to read you guys' comments. Y'all know that when I'm driving. All right, let me see. I stopped for a minute. 5 hours away, hard, knowing what to do. All right, so back on topic. You guys start talking, and y'all get me off topic, because I really want to get this out today. I truly, really, honestly want you guys to start getting your minds right now. Get your mind right. Get your mind ready to be hunkered down for some time. Who knows how long. I say at least 90 days, at least 90 days. We hunkered down for 90 days, man. We got a huge library. We are going to read a ton of books. We're going to play, if power's on, we're going to play a ton of video. We'll start by playing a ton of video games, and which is great, because I'm like, man, I'm so glad that, my sister-in-law blessed me with my gaming system last year on my birthday. Blessed me. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I love you. But I was cool with my PS3. I was so cool with it, and still got plenty of games for it. So worst case, push come to shove, if we have power, shoot, we could hook up PS3, PS4, Jumper got a Wii. I mean, we like games. That's our thing. I already have peppers and tomatoes, few inches. I am so mad at you, Tara. Why didn't you tell me to plant my doggone tomatoes and peppers? Why didn't you tell me that? That's part of this week's project. Also this weekend, I want to put up some gutters and create a rain catchment system. I owe that to Miss Everson. She suggested that the other day, and I was like, that's something I've been putting off for years now, that I'm gonna go ahead and do. But yeah, start getting your mind right, and start thinking about things that you will do if you have a hunker down in place. All right. If it gets to the point where they do your area like they've done in good morning, Ms. Watt. If they do your area like they've done in New York, where they bring in the National Guard, and they're not saying it's a quarantine. It's not there yet. They're not. They don't have people at gunpoint. They don't have tanks on the streets yet. All right. I guarantee if it gets worse, they can always step it up. National Guard can always step it up. I'm planning to just got rain barrels. Oh, where did you get your rain barrels from? And what was the cost of those? Indoor, of course, yes, of course. Kev H, I hope not. But as soon as they lock us down, I'm filling up before we will know. Before the masses know. This is what I would recommend. If you have if you get the notification that that you're going to be quarantined. I don't know what they're calling it, but if you get the notification, these are some things that I recommend you do. If you have 2 bathrooms and if you have a water bottle, I would go up and fill up one immediately. I'm always trying to be a step ahead, you know, even though the water is still on. I'd much rather have too much than not enough. That's me. And like I told you guys, I treat preps just like I treat I treated insurance when I was in insurance. Insurance is great to have until you don't have it and you need it. Insurance sucks. It sucks paying that premium every month. And you hope nothing ever happens. Kind of like prepping. You know, you prep and you hope nothing ever happens. But even when it does, you're so happy. I mean, it's been several times that our preps have come into play already before this event. We've lost power. We used to lose power just like as soon as it rained, we lose power. But no big deal for us. I break out as soon as I knew a storm was coming, I break out all the solar batteries. That's another thing. If you have batteries, go ahead and get them charged up now. Okay? That's another thing that we're going to be doing this weekend. We're going to be charging all our batteries. If we make it to next weekend, the next weekend project is setting up our solar array. I actually think I'm gonna mount them. I think I'm just gonna build a little rack and just mount them in the backyard. I get plenty of sunlight on one side of the house. I think that's what I'm going to do. And we'll see, you know. But now is the time to continue prepping. Okay, I don't feel like we have enough food. And when I was listening to Pastor Joe Fox a while ago, I was like, man, I need to go get me like 8 cases of Progresso. I don't know how many come in the case. I'm assuming 8 to 12. You know, if I can catch them for 99 cents a can, which you probably can't now. They probably $1.30, $1.50. So you figuring, what's that? $3 for 2, $6 for 4, $9 for $12 for 8. So if 8 come in a case, that's like what, 12 to 15. I'm just saying $12 to $15 per case. Times however many cases that I'm gonna get. Talking to Jennifer this morning, I was like, how we looking at our bills this month? She's like, we need to pay all our bills. You cannot go out and spend our real money on preps. I'm like, oh, I could. She's like, but you ain't. I was like, that's true, I'm not. Because she knows me. She knows I will go and spend the doggone light bill money on preps. Because guess what? I got alternate power. We're not going to be in the dark. But you know what? Life goes on. I'm praying nothing bad happens. Yes, we're all praying that. Because I don't want to go to the hospital. Oh my God, what is going on here? I missed something. They said most people will stay at home because there will be no room in the hospitals. That makes scary sense. Terror, a close place down in San Francisco. God, y'all be having so many good conversations that. Do y'all even listen to when I'm talking? Because y'all be talking such good stuff. That's likely to be the reality everywhere. Not enough. Okay, so speaking of the hospital beds, and you guys know we're watching the show Containment. We watched 2 more episodes last night. It is starting to get good. And of course, there's some conspiracy going on in the background. You know, I think we're on episode 5. So there's some bull crap going on in the background of the Containment show. Just like there's some bull job going on with this coronavirus. Okay. Kelsey said, yes, we listen. Oh goodness. And China still under quarantine. Think about that. And we talked about that last night. They started quarantine January the 25th. It's like March the whatever it is, the 11th. It's a long time to be quarantined. But like I say, I think if you can make it the first 90 days, you're gonna be all right. And see, remember, anything after 21 days becomes habit. So the most sucky part about what we're about to go through, if it gets to that point, it's gonna be like the first 5 to 7 days, because it's gonna be a total difference in how we behave as Americans. We're not used to stuff like that. You know, we go stir crazy being in the house like 2 days on sick leave. You know, you catch a cold and the doctor gives you a doggone prescription to be at home for 2 days, and you're like, boy, crazy. Let me go cut the grass. Let me go clean out my garden. You know. And in we're in Russia, I think if they break quarantine, they get put in jail for like, I think they say up to 5 years or something. It's some crazy amount of time. I do believe what I'm gonna do. That Walmart I didn't go to yesterday, I'm about to pass it again. I'm going up in here today. Oh, something I saw that was not funny, but you know, like funny like ding. I was leaving out a while ago, and this guy was riding his bicycle down the street. Guess what he had on, y'all? Guess what he had on? A gentleman riding his bicycle down the street, minding his own business. He had on a N95. It's an N95, N95. Anyway, he had a mask on. He had a mask on. I said, you know what? It's high time for me to start wearing my mask everywhere. That's it. Done deal. Done deal. Now, you know, when you walk up in Walmart, they got all this facial recognition, you know, software and all that kind of stuff. That stuff can see through masks. You can't make me believe that stuff is not like X-ray vision and whatever. But I am about to go up here. I'll probably glove up. I don't really think it's time. Oh no, I can't do nothing. It's almost market time. See, I got alarm set and everything because I'll get to talking to you guys and forget market's about to open and forget. So last I checked, my stock going in my direction. Now yesterday, I said this earlier on my Juice Time show. Now yesterday, all day long, it took the market went down like in my stock, which is the SPY, the SPY. It went like $14 overnight, and I checked it right before it went live. It was down overnight $14. So that means between yesterday and today, we're down 28. I got it going the right direction. I have that picked that way. I have either 3 or 4 options, which means I have 300 or 4. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4, but I got at least 300 stocks that I'm controlling that are moving in the right direction, that have moved $28. That's called points. 28 points in the right direction. I'm so excited at 9:31, 9:32, whenever my account updates, to see how much money is credited for my account. That here in about 90 days is gonna be. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm gonna say it's gonna be worthless. Money's gonna be good until it's not anymore. You can smell me cooking 2 buildings away. You can when you're hungry. That's another thing. See, that's why I'm telling you guys to get mentally ready now. And I don't even know what y'all talking about, but get mentally ready now, because when you're hunkering in, it's gonna be hard for somebody to be like, we smell that food cooking, if you're not cooking any food. Okay? We smell that food, let us in, let us in. It's hard to say we're not cooking any food, you know, or it's easy to say we're not cooking any food when you're not cooking. Go ahead. When you're not cooking any food. So I would advise you guys, be very careful when preparing meals. Okay? Be very, very careful, especially the longer this thing goes out, and especially you meat eaters. First few days, if it were me and I was on the quarantine, it's going to be kind of a party atmosphere. Everybody's going to be grilling out. Grill all your food. Okay? Not all your food. Grill all your meats. While it's a party type atmosphere and while everybody's out grilling, grill all your food. Eat all your grilled stuff the first 3 to 5 days, because after that you want to blend in just like everybody else. Okay, I gotta roll, guys. I love y'all. Get mentally prepared. Get ready. I feel like TDJ. Get ready. I was thinking of doing that. Pre-cook all the meats and then freeze them. Bingo. Because even if they're frozen, how many of you guys have noticed that there's a difference between cooking and microwaving? Even though microwaving still puts off an aroma, a good aroma, it's not like cooking. Okay? Miss Grace says eat at night. And get used to not eating. Okay? I would advise you guys when it happens, or if it happens, You know, even now, start now. Limit your food intake now, okay? So that when it happens, everybody else is like, oh, we're so hungry. You're already used to it, okay? You're already used to it. All right, guys, I got to roll. I will catch y'all later, okay? Y'all be good. Take care. Love y'all. I'll catch y'all a little later, okay?